Hey everybody, this is Nancy Norbeck with this week's Creative Pep Talk. And I've been doing a year-long read of Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace this year. And it's the kind of book that, if you're familiar with it at all, is really big. And one of the only ways I think you can really make yourself get the whole way through it is to read it a little bit at a time. And I love this because it's a great example of how small steps work. And that, okay, if I had decided that I wanted to read it by the end of March, I probably could have. But doing it in a tiny little chunk, one chapter a day, makes it so much more accessible and easy to consider. It's 10 minutes out of my day. So this monstrous book is broken down into tiny little chunks. And the way that I'm doing it, there's a guy named Simon Hazel, if I'm saying his name right, who is leading this thing on Substack. And every week he sends out a summary of what we've read for the last week. Yesterday I was reading this summary and I saw this great line. There's a general named Kutuzov. He is the commander-in-chief who everyone refers to as Supreme Highness, because that's not going to cause any trouble at all, right? And I want to read you just this little bit. Simon says in his email, Kutuzov is just another flawed human bumbling through life. And I read that and I thought, well, yeah, isn't that all of us? Even if you are the Supreme Highness, the commander-in-chief of the Russian army fighting against Napoleon, and this part is just after the Battle of Borodino, you're still just another flawed human bumbling through life. And so what I really want to say today is super simple. Just keep going. It doesn't matter how flawed you are or how bumbling you are, or if you're only reading War and Peace one chapter a day. Just keep going, because you'll get there in the end. I'm like almost 70% of the way through this book at this point, which obviously if you do this every day is what's going to happen, but it's still kind of mind-boggling to me that I've made it this far. Because that book, when you look at it all at once, is really intimidating. And I've fumbled here and there. I've skipped days. I've also had days where I've read 4 or 5 chapters because I felt like it. It's all okay. We're all flawed. We're all going to do it our own way. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses. And the really important thing is that we take those steps, small though they may be, and seriously, don't diss the small step. It's a powerful thing. And we keep going. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, I hope you just keep going. Break it down where you need to, but keep going. You will get there in the end. As always, let me know what happens when you try this. Let me know what your experience is. I'm always curious to hear. I hope that you will join us over on Substack if you haven't already. The link is in the show notes and in the notes on this video on YouTube. And we'd love to have you. And with that, I will see you next time.